Ever pondered the possibility of microscopic invaders infiltrating your cells? Or about the invisible threat that pervades our environment, silently making its way into our very genetic code? This isn't the premise of a science fiction novel. It's the reality of micro and nanoplastics. Imagine a world teeming with particles so minute, they're practically invisible to the naked eye. These particles, known as microplastics and nanoplastics, are smaller than 5 millimeters and 0.1 micrometers respectively. They're everywhere. In our oceans, our air, our soil. They've become an inseparable part of our environment, silently permeating every corner of our planet. But how do these tiny particles breach the barriers of our cells? The answer lies in their size. Their microscopic dimensions enable them to slip into our bodies unnoticed, primarily through ingestion and inhalation. Once inside, they don't just idle around. They interact with our cells, the building blocks of life, in unforeseen ways. Picture the inside of a cell, a bustling city of biological processes. DNA, the blueprint of life, resides here. Now imagine these tiny plastic particles interacting with this blueprint. The possibility of such an interaction is not only alarming, but it also raises a multitude of questions about the potential consequences. Could these particles cause genetic mutations? Could they disrupt normal cellular functions? The answers to these questions are still under investigation. The impact of micro and nanoplastics on our health is a growing area of concern among scientists. Preliminary studies suggest an association between plastic exposure and a range of adverse health effects. These include inflammation, oxidative stress, and disruptions to cellular functions. It's like a silent war being waged inside our bodies, with our cells on the front line. But what does the future hold? Long-term effects of micro and nanoplastic exposure on human DNA are currently the subject of intense scientific scrutiny. The stakes are high. Our genetic integrity is under threat from these pervasive particles. In conclusion, the invisible invasion of our cells by micro and nanoplastics is a stark reminder of the unintended consequences of our reliance on plastic. It underlines the urgent need to mitigate plastic pollution, not only for the health of our planet, but also for the preservation of our genetic integrity. It's a wake-up call for humanity, a call to action. The time to act is now, before these microscopic invaders cause irreversible damage to our DNA.